Welcome to the 2020 Plainfield Counts Virtual Census Party. I am the damsel in the mix, the doll boss, Miss Sage.
And I am Latoya Chanel, hosted by BKS1 Radio in the city of Plainfield. We are here today to invite you to a wonderful party right now with DJs, with artists. It's going to be a great evening. It's going to be a live afternoon. We're going to have a lot of fun, aren't we?
I'm already having fun.
We already, you know what? We have laughed since we got here. So you know what? Welcome. And we're going to turn it to our DJs right now, and we will be back with you very, very soon.
See you. DJ Ricky on the decks right now. Ricky Goo.
Somos de las 12, nos fuimos de roce. Hoy voy a lo loco, ustedes me conocen. Reggaetón de Tego, pa' que se lo gocen. Saben quién es Barbie, les presenta José. Y yo no me complico, ¿cómo te explico? Que a mí me gusta pasarla rico. ¿Cómo te explico? No me complico. A mí me gusta pasarla rico. Después de las 12 salimos a buscar el party. Ando con los tigres, estamos en modo safari. Con un fue violento que parecemos sicarios. Tomando vino y algunos fumando mari. La policía está molesta porque ya se puso buena la fiesta. Pero estamos legal, no me pueden arrestar. Por eso yo sigo hasta que amanezca en ti. Yo no me complico, ¿cómo te explico? Que a mí me gusta pasarla rico. ¿Cómo te explico? No me complico. A mí me gusta pasarla rico. No me complico. ¿Cómo te explico? Que a mí me gusta pasarla rico. ¿Cómo te explico? No me complico. A mí me gusta pasarla rico. Ey, 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 ey. Que siga la fiesta, no vamos a parar. Aquí solo se para si llama mi mamá. Hoy me tocó seguir, la gente pide más. Me invitan por aquí, me invitan por allá. Y vamos a seguir. Las botellas llegan y no las pedí. Sola la casa ya están todas solitas. Si saben cómo uso, para que me invitan, pa' que me invitan. Vamos a seguir. Las botellas llegan y no las pedí. Sola la casa ya están todas solitas. Si saben cómo uso, para que me invitan, pa' que me invitan. Yo no me complico, ¿cómo te explico? Que a mí me gusta pasarla rico. ¿Cómo te explico? No me complico.
Difícil, pero se va. Anda con la amiga, siempre arrebata. Pidiendo que le llegue, que ella me entregue. Pidiendo que le llegue, aunque a veces me niegue. Prende, pasa, dime qué pasó. Quería un gatito y lo casó. De las relaciones se cansó. La última que tuvo la atrasó. Tú la ves en el VIP, modelo como Javi, invita como Kavit. Más de 100 cabrones que ella deja en rit. A veces la rola y la wit. Una estrella pues no chinga como Riley Reid. Tiene a todos los nenes locos y a las nenas locas. Todos quieren besarle la boca. Ey, mírala cómo se toca. Bailando que me provoca. Tiene a todos los nenes locos y a las nenas locas. Todos quieren besarle la boca. Ey, mírala cómo se toca. Te riendes que me provoca. Se será difícil, pero se va. Anda con la amiga, siempre arrebata. Pidiendo que le llegue, que ella me entregue. Pidiendo que le llegue, aunque a veces me niegue.
Ahora yo no quiero, no. Antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo. Antes tú no querías, ahora yo no quiero. No, tranqui, yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola.
Ok, ey, ey, ey. Que ningún baboso se le pegue. La disco se prende cuando ella llegue. A los hombres los tienes de hobby. Una malcria como Nairobi. Y tú la ves bebiendo de la botella. incrédula. Ella está soltera antes que se pusiera de moda. No creen amor, le damos el foda. El DJ la pone y se la sabe toda. Se trepa en la mesa y que se joda. En el perreo no se quita. Fumir se le pone bellaquita. Te llama si te necesita. Pero por ahora está solita.
Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua. Ey, como peces en el agua. Agua. No existe la noche ni el día. Aquí la fiesta mantiene encendida. Siempre que pasa me guiña. Ey, dulce como piña. Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua. Ey, como peces en el agua. Eso es así, debajo del sol. Vamos para el agua que hace calor. Dice que me vio en el televisor y que me reconoció. No fue un error, yeah. Y te conozco, calamardo. Ya, dale sonríe que bien la estamos pasando. Ya estamos al cari, montamos el party. Estamos en bikini con todas las mami, yeah. Puedo estar debajo del mar y debajo del mar tú me vas a encontrar. Desde hace rato veo que quieres bailar y no cambies de tema. Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua.
Plainfield
como
counts.
peces en el agua. Agua. No existe la noche ni el día. Aquí la fiesta mantiene encendida. Siempre que pasa me guiña. Ey, dulce como piña. Muy fuerte sin ejercicio, pero bailando se me nota el juicio. Ey, tanto calor que me asfixio. Soy una estrella pero no soy patricio, nah. Sacúdete la arena, arenita y sonríe que así te ves bonita. Wow, de revista. Baila feliz en la pista. Bajo el sol pa' que quede morenita y party. Puedo estar debajo del mar y debajo del mar tú me vas a encontrar. Desde hace rato veo que quieres bailar y no cambies de tema. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants, you know what I mean. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Bob Esponja, you know what I mean.
Hello, the city of Plainfield, DJ Ricky Goo.
She call me Mr. Boombastic, say me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic, clearly fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic. She call me Mr. Boombastic, say me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic, clearly fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic.
You're listening to the sounds of DJ Ricky Goo. Plainfield Counts 2020 Virtual Census Party. Share it out, start those watch parties. We want you all to sign up for the census, the 2020 census. Plainfield, let's be counted. Fantastic, touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rowe. She call me Mr. Boombastic, say me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rowe. Romantic, clearly fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. We got an awesome lineup ready for you guys. DJ One Spin is in the building. There's some great artists and performers.
speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bullseye. The kid don't play. If there was a problem, Joe, I'll solve it. Take out the hook while my DJ performs it.
Váyalo, mi gente latina, ¿cómo?
Con esa negrita me caso yo. Bom, bom, llévalo. Sacude. Lleva para allá. El son del chinito. ¡Aye!
We are jamming in here. We are partying. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again to Plainfield Counts 2020 Virtual Census Party, hosted by the City of Plainfield, and right here, our very own BKS1 Radio. Right now, I am going to introduce our fearless leader, Adrian O. Mapp, in his second term as mayor of the City of Plainfield. An aggressive agenda marks his leadership, focused on rebuilding the city's economy and ensuring opportunity for all residents. This has led to a renaissance in Plainfield, characterized by almost $500 million in redevelopment projects. He has successfully implemented progressive legislation focused on fairness and equality, including new laws requiring paid sick leave for workers, and seeks to address economic inequality, educational and health disparities through several significant initiatives. The Consulate General of Ecuador in New Jersey honored Mayor Mapp for bringing about change to the diverse cultures in the Plainfield community. Right now, please help me as BKS1 Radio to give a warm welcome virtually, because we are being safe and social distancing, to our fearless leader, Mayor Adrian Mapp.
Well, thank you so very much for that wonderful introduction, and thanks to BKS1 for this partnership and for recognizing the importance of the 2020 census, which, as we know, comes only once every 10 years. And there is so much that is riding on the census. And I think we can't stress enough the importance of convincing people that they need to be counted. And every living person in these United States should participate in the census. Whether you're 1 day old or 100 years old, you should be counted. And so to the parents that have the young kids, I want to impress upon you the importance of being counted and making sure that everyone in your household is counted. And there are a number of reasons why we need an accurate census count here in the city of Plainfield and in the entire state of New Jersey, because of so much that is riding on the accuracy of our census numbers. We can begin by talking about our congressional representation. If I take you back to 10 years ago, the state of New Jersey had 13 members of the U.S. House of Representatives. And today we have only 12. And the reason for that is because the last census, which was conducted in 2010, we saw a reduction in our population in the state of New Jersey. People either moved to other states, mainly out west, or they just did not participate in the census count. And I want to think that it was more because people moved than because people just didn't take on their responsibility to be numbered amongst our population. And so we dropped from 13 members of the U.S. House of Representatives down to 12. So we have to make sure that our numbers are not decreasing, but that they're actually increasing and are reflective of the number of people that live here in our city. So congressional representation is a very important factor in terms of the outcome of the accuracy of our census count. And by having appropriate representation in Washington, it will help us to get the resources that we need. For example, we have something known as CDBG, Community Development Block Grants. And that funding is used to assist local businesses. It is used to provide some resources to businesses in order to have programs, training programs to help these businesses, seminars, things of that nature. But we provide CDBG funding to a number of our nonprofits. And that is one of the ways they're able to change a roof on the building or to provide for other capital needs in terms of the improvement of their facilities. We also use it to provide sign and facade and different types of assistance that we give to these businesses. So the CDBG funding is important. Also important is funding that comes through our Department of Transportation. As a part of my vision for the city, I want to see every road in our city paved, during the time that I serve as mayor of this city. And to date, we have paved well over 120 roads, several miles of roadway. And that was made possible as a result, not only of our local tax dollars, but as a result of the aid that comes from the federal government through the state of New Jersey and flowing to us through the Department of Transportation. Also, the rebuilding of our bridges. We have probably about 10 or so bridges that span between our border with North Plainfield and Plainfield. And so funding through both counties, Union County as well as Somerset County, go a long way in helping us to maintain those bridges. We have the Plainfield Action Services, which is a social service agency. And so many people rely on the assistance that is provided through our Plainfield Action Services. There's some people who sometimes have an issue with paying a utility bill. And if that is the case, one can call our Plainfield Action Services, and if you qualify based on the situation that you described, you could receive assistance in getting your utility bill paid. You know, people who have issues with rent, sometimes that is an area that we could provide assistance with. Food stamps. There are so many people that are victims of food insecurity. And we have an obligation as a city to make sure that we provide for the people who are not able to provide for themselves. And sometimes people lose their jobs, such as in the case of this pandemic that we're in, and they need a helping hand. They need to be lifted up from the state that they have found themselves in as a result of this pandemic. And many people have called on our Plainfield Action Services for the assistance that they need. And we do provide that assistance. Our police and fire, I can't stress enough how important those two departments are. They serve and they protect the city each and every day. And we rely on grant funding to help support the needs of both our police and fire departments. And so we also have many of our seniors who can't afford to maintain their homes for a number of different reasons. They're on fixed income, they're relying on Social Security, and they might have a leak in the roof that they can't find the money to take care of that leak in the roof. And they could come to the city of Plainfield, put an application in, and we have a program known as CHAP, Community Housing Assistance Program. And through that program, we have provided assistance to many of our seniors who had a need to have some repairs done to their homes. But when we look at our school district, the funding that comes to support the education of our young people, it all has to do with the accuracy of our census numbers. So again, I say to everyone within the sound of my voice, especially if you're living here in the city of Plainfield, we need you. We want to make sure that you're counted. And I know that many people have this notion that if they don't have this ID that came in the mail, that is the ID for the census, that you can't go online and register for the census. You still can, whether or not you can find that ID that you receive and that mail that you got from the Census Bureau, you can still log on and enter your name and address, and it pops up, and you could register you and your household for the census. So there's no reason, no excuse for us not to be registered and not to be counted in the census. Plainfield needs you. Our numbers are at about a 57% self-response rate. We need to get that well over our 61% self-response rate that we had 10 years ago. So I'm calling on all of the people of Plainfield, as long as you live here, if you put your head down here, you need to be counted. And parents, your babies need to be counted as well. That's what I offer to you at this moment in time. And I would be more than happy at some point during the course of the program to answer any questions that you may have for me. But I thank you for this opportunity to speak to our community about the importance of being counted. BKS1, you're the best.
All right. And thank you so much, Mayor Adrian Mapp.
Thank you. We're going to keep this rolling and having a good time. We are going to open up our event with platinum recording artist Allure.
All right. After they perform, we're going to have a message from our census.
Oh, Plainfield counts.
All right.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won. Is won. Make it count, y'all.
Register for the census. Make it count.
Lift every...
You're rocking out to the sounds of DJ One Spin.
Check, 1 2 1 2. You're in the mix with DJ One Spin.
All right, y'all, we about to have a brief message from the 2020 census. Shout out to DJ One Spin.
El censo cuenta a todos los que vivimos en este país, incluyendo aquellos que no pensarías que también cuentan. Una persona en el hospital, sí, cuenta. Miguelito que acaba de nacer, sí, Miguelito ya cuenta. Los García y los Álvarez que comparten la misma casa, sí, todos cuentan. El primo Luis que acaba de llegar al país y está viviendo en el garaje de Pedro, también cuenta. El censo cuenta a todos para que a todos nos vaya mejor.
How will 2020 census data be used? Where there are more people, there are more needs for public services. That's why the census is used by the government to inform funding decisions each year. But that's not all. It's also used by nonprofits to inform services, by businesses to create jobs, and even by students for school projects. Understanding how the population changes helps us shape communities across the country for the better. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov. How will 2020 census data be used? Where there are more people.
All right, everybody. Plainfield Counts 2020 Virtual Census Party hosted by the City of Plainfield and BKS1 Radio. Our next artist is an 18-year-old singer-songwriter born in Newark, now residing in Plainfield. She began singing at the age of 3. She's performed on several stages like the U.S. Open, New Jersey Performing Arts Center, the Kennedy Center, abroad in Cape Town, South Africa, and many more. So many more that we weren't able to list right now. She's been featured in the Wall Street Journal, LA Times, and Forbes, and is a 2-time amateur night winner at Showtime at the Apollo. Please welcome to the stage, in person, the astonishing Alexis Moraz.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. As a resident of Plainfield, I thought it only right for me to come and help out with the census so that every one of us are counted. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high on April, shine down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. Oh, I said that's life. Oh no, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just won't buy it. And if there's nothing shaking, come here, July. I'll get right on an airplane, then I'll fly. That's life. That's what all the people say. We're riding high on April, shut down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. Oh, I said that's life. Oh no, I can't deny it. Oh, I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just won't buy it. If there's nothing shaking, come here till I'll get right on an airplane, and then I'll fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down, over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself right up and get back in the race. Oh, that's life. Just won't hide it. Thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just won't try it. And if there's nothing shaking, come here, July. Oh, I'll get right on an airplane, and then I'll fly. I want to introduce you to James Austin Jr. on piano. That is riding on an airplane, and then I'll get right on an airplane, and then I'll fly. That's life. Thank you. So, I have been living in Plainfield since I was 4 years old. I am now 19. I had a birthday, and then what they gave you wasn't updated, but I'm gonna let that slide. No, I'm playing. So this next song I'm gonna do in Spanish. I had the opportunity of studying at the Plainfield Academy for the Arts and Advanced Studies, where I picked up some Spanish, you know, some of what I was paying attention in during class. So I'm gonna sing this song for you guys today. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, quien tengo miedo tenerte y perderte después. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, quien tengo miedo tenerte y perderte después. Quiero tenerte muy cerca, me reme tus ojos, verte junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana estaremos muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo tenerte y perderte después. Quiero tenerte muy cerca, verme tus ojos, verte junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana estaremos muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo tenerte y perderte después. Que tengo miedo tenerte y perderte después. ¿Quién tengo miedo tenerte y perderte después? Thank you so much. James Austin Jr. on piano.
All right.
Well, all right.
Was that amazing?
That was I want to be here when I grow up.
At 19 years old?
I want to be here when I grow up.
I think I was still singing with brushes. No, you can't. You know what? I think if you hold your ear, it works a little better. Try it.
No.
No? Okay.
It don't work.
You know what? That's all right. That's okay. All right. Well, next time we'll practice. We'll practice.
When we finish, we go out there.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll have it right.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, we are waiting for our next. He's here. See, we're live.
Yes,
and
we are.
We are going to be counted. So, in the meantime, we're going to keep this flowing.
Yes.
And next up, we have New York Regional Census Center Director Jeff T. Baylor via Zoom.
Hey, good evening. What a cool event to be a part of. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And let me first off, thank you. If you filled out your census, thank you so much. We appreciate it. But we still need your help. We need you to have a conversation with your neighbors, with your families and friends, with those you work with those you worship with, and tell them about the census. And there's 3 easy things you can tell them that I'll talk about here right now. That the census is safe, the census is easy, and the census is important. So let me start off with the census is safe. Every piece of data that we collect on a census is protected under federal law. Title 13 protects every piece of data we collect. What does that mean? That means we can never release your information, not to anyone at any time. Local, state, federal law enforcement agencies can never access our data at any time for any reason. So ICE, Homeland Security, IRS, local housing authorities can never access our data at any time for any reason. Every one of us who works on a census, whether you work for 4 weeks or for 30 years, we all take an oath of confidentiality that if we release data that identifies an individual or a household, we'll be fined up to $250,000, imprisoned up to 5 years. We know your trust in the census is the foundation of getting a complete and accurate census. So when you're having this conversation, tell them that the census is safe. We have been taken to federal court numerous times over the past 7 decades with people trying to access our data at the person or household level. And the Census Bureau has won every time since 1954 when we enacted Title 13. So let your neighbors, your friends, your family, those you worship know that this census is safe. The census is easy, very easy to respond online, to self-respond. You can go online, my2020census.gov. You can go on your smartphone, on a tablet, on your laptop, or a desktop computer to fill it out. You can call one of our toll-free telephone numbers, 13 toll-free telephone numbers for English, 844-330-2020. Give your information over the phone. If you still have that paper questionnaire hanging on your fridge or sitting on your coffee table, now's the time to fill it out, mail it back in. Because we have census takers who are out there right now knocking on doors. Every address that has yet to respond, we're going to knock on your door. It's safe to open up your door. All of our census takers wear masks. They're going to stand 6 feet away from you, and they're going to collect that information in person. What do we ask? Basic information, your name and phone number, your age and your date of birth, your race and ethnicity, whether or not you're of Hispanic origin, whether you own or rent your home, your sex, and your relationship to the first person you list on the form, like mother, father, roommate, cousin, son, daughter. That's it. That's all we ask. What we don't ask for citizenship status. We do not ask for bank account or credit card information. We do not ask for social security numbers, and we never ask for money. Okay? So the census is easy. 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes to fill out your census. The last thing you need to tell your family and friends and those you worship with is how important it is. The census, we get one opportunity every 10 years. And whether it's for representation from the number of seats each state has in Congress, to states using this data to draw their voting precincts or their school districts, businesses using it to determine where they want to grow. They want to go to places where they know they have a customer base or they have the ability to hire employees. Or the hundreds of millions of dollars that are disseminated every year to our communities based upon formulas that use census data. So if Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, TANF, or WIC are important to you or your community, the census has to be important. When we talk about our infrastructure, from improving our roads, our transportation systems, our bridges, our tunnels, all of the funding that comes into our communities for those projects are based upon formulas that use census data. Our children's education, from National School Lunch and Breakfast Program to Head Start to Title I grants, supplies for our classrooms, to Pell Grants for college students, again, based upon formulas that use census data. And if you want to say thank you to those healthcare professionals that have just worked tirelessly through this pandemic, the easiest thing you can do is take 5 minutes to fill out your census, because money for your local hospitals, for emergency personnel, for your fire stations, police stations, all come from formulas that use census data. So have that conversation that the census is safe, it's easy, and it's important. And I'll close with this very simplistic example. But imagine in your community, there's a school of 100 kids. And let's say only 80 of those kids get counted in the 2020 census. For the next 10 years, that school is going to get 80% of the funding it deserves. And it doesn't just affect those 20 students who weren't counted. It affects all 100. That's why we need to work together to ensure everyone in our communities gets counted. So take 5 minutes, invest in the next 10 years in your community's future. 5 minutes for the next 10 years in your community's future. My2020census.gov. Fill it out today. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
And now we hear from Trish here at BKS1 Radio.
Hey, Plainfield residents, I have something very easy for you to do. We have a QR code. All you have to do is take your phone and scan it, and it'll take you right to the census, where you can complete your census questionnaire. It only takes a few minutes, and you definitely want to be counted. It's very important. So my 2020 census, just hit that QR code and you're there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Trish. That is extremely important. And now we'll have a message from Assemblywoman Linda Carter.
Not sure what happened.
Okay, you're on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Mayor, I think that this is wonderful that you're doing this. And it's a wonderful time for us to make sure that everyone in Plainfield counts. Hello, everybody. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Wonderful. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for having me. Mayor Matt, I think that this is a wonderful idea to make sure that we have this rally in Plainfield Counts 2020 Census Party. As we look at it, I cannot stress enough to our community to make sure that we're counted, to make sure that we're out there and everybody's is part of solutions that we need to have coming for us in the future. By us being counted, it really makes a difference in each of our households, and it sends important information. As we have everyone counted for the census data enables us to recognize important trends in our society, trends about the number of people in the household, the type of individuals we're living with, whether you're relatives, non-relatives, whether or not, you know what, you've gotten your education, gone off to college, and guess what? You're back home living with your parents. And we want to make sure that we have those jobs and everything available out there to you. One of the biggest things, the census gives us a snapshot of our current American households. It tells us what our households are looking like. But more importantly, it's going to bring us the resources that we need. Now, listen, just as Jeff just got off saying, listen, especially with our schools, if we can't count all of our students from the time they're in there, from being very young age, from when they're trending, of understanding, listen, the baby's only 5 months old, and the census counts them as not even being 1 year old. But because the census deals with, and we deal with it every 10 years, that 1 year old, we know how to plan in 5 years. We know where they're going to be in 10 years in school wise. And we can get a sense of our community to make sure that we get the necessary resources that we need to have available. The deadline is approaching us very quickly. When we have our deadline, you know what, the end of September 30th, we need to make sure we get federal money, we get communities to help our communities, to help with our schools, our neighborhood, our senior services, our healthcare facilities, and we need to make sure that everyone is counted in on those. You know what? We can't do it ourselves. We need to make sure that the federal government, we're paying all of our taxes, we're giving our information, we have information that's going to the federal government as far as our money. We want to make sure that the resources come back down to us. There's no citizenship questions on there for the census. They're not going to ask you for your social security number. They're not going to ask you for money. They're not even going to ask you what your political party is. That's not. They want to just know who you are, where you are, and how old you are. You can complete it online, by phone, by mail. Go to my2020census.gov to make sure that you're reporting. It's so, so important. But it's more important to make sure that your local elected officials have the resources and the connection that they need and the help to make sure that everyone in our city gets those necessary resources out there. Especially when we have our senior population here in the city of Plainfield, we want to make sure they're on fixed income. We need to make sure that they have the right amount of resources coming into them. But most importantly, we want to make sure we have overall resources for everybody. But listen, everybody counts. We want to make sure you're counted. I've been counted. Have you? I hope that you have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Carter, for that. This is Plainfield Counts, everybody, 2020 virtual census party hosted by the city of Plainfield and BKS1 Radio. Now, we want to make sure that everybody gets up and gets lively. Yes, we have DJs, but we want to make sure that you're dancing at home and you're moving at home. A lot of us have been home because of COVID, so let's get up and get moving. Up next, we have Corey Barnes. Corey started her career at a very young age acting and modeling. She was the first African-American to appear in the Bounty paper towel commercial and also did print work in Parent magazine and performed in community-based theater productions. Her love of dance blossomed from the age of 2 years old through the guidance of renowned professional dancer Shirley Black Brown. Corey furthered her professional dance training with Debbie Mitchell, Lisa Addles, Adrian Armstrong, Karen Love, and Christopher Livesey. Corey attended Sharon Miller's Academy for Performing Arts and Dance, Theater of Harlem. She then joined her mentors, M.A. Taylor Dance Company at the age of 13 and is still a present member. Corey has elevated her career as a professional ballerina, instructor, and upcoming choreographer and business owner of iRock Fit Services. Everybody, please have a warm Zoom welcome for Corey Barnes.
Bounce it on beat, 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 all on beat, 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 beat. Watch me bounce it on beat, on beat, on beat, on beat, all on beat, on beat, on beat, on beat, on beat. Bounce it on beat, on beat, beat, on beat, all on beat, on beat, beat, on beat, beat, beat. Watch me bounce it on beat, 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 on beat, all on beat, 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 on beat, on beat, 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 on beat, all on beat, 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 beat. Watch me bounce, 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 bounce it, 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 bounce it on beat, 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 all on beat, 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 on beat, beat, on beat, beat, on beat, all on beat, beat, on beat, beat, on all on beat, 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 all on beat, on beat, on beat, on beat, on beat, 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 on beat, beat, on beat, beat, on beat, beat, all on beat. Girl, you got it. Watch me bounce it on beat, 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 on beat, all on beat, 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 on beat, on beat, 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 on beat, all on beat, 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 beat. Watch me bounce, 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 bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it.
I'm gonna get up some Afro. Y'all look up.
Zoomers, join in. Join in, Zoomers. Y'all get y'all dance on.
time. Peeling pillow, take your time. Kuzoba grandjo, take your time. Peeling pillow, take your time. Kuzoba grandjo. Kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani. Mangibheka up and down. Kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani. Ayisuka kimi. Kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani. Sesifuna ukuvibe. Kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani. Ayisuka kimi. Sesifuna ukuvibe. I wanna be free, free from my worries. Ngicelungeke, and let me be me, and let's be free. Show me, come with me. Nasebajengise, uhlala ngani? Show me bajengise. Nasebajengise, uhlala ngani? Nasebajengise. Ayisuka kimi. Kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani. Sesifuna ukuvibe. Kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani, kwenzenjani. Ayisuka kimi. Sesifuna ukuvibe. Chop dailies and recording.
Can you hear me? Great. All right. Everybody, I need somebody. Bring me a towel, some Motrin, maybe a shot of dark whiskey. I don't know, maybe a week off from work. I'm not sure. Were you dancing? I'm sure all of our council members were dancing. I'm pretty sure they were. We have to get them on video doing that. I know I was. I'm tired. I'm out of breath. I don't know if you can tell. But in the meantime, we have no time to take a break because this is a party. So everybody get up again and let's go with DJ One Spin right now.
Spin,
let's go.
Let's go. You are now listening to the sounds of DJ One Spin.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're in the mix with DJ One Spin.
Come on, y'all, make Plainfield count. The 2020 census is upon us. Get counted. You're listening to the sounds of DJ One Spin, BKS1, the city of Plainfield, in Union County, 2020 census virtual party. One spin.
out to the sounds of DJ One Spin.
Woo!
Look at the BKS girls getting it in. Oh man, it's gonna be a party. Y'all have no idea who stepped up in the building. Big shout out to the city of Plainfield. Big shout out to Union County. Get him One Spin. Y'all hit that code up. Y'all see that code right there? What should they do, Soups?
Take your phone out, use your camera, scan that code, and go fill out your census questionnaire. Come on, y'all. Make sure Plainfield counts, y'all.
Work One Spin.
There go that code. Sign up for the census and be counted. All Latoya and Sage is getting it in to DJ One Spin.
If you're in Plainfield and you got family wherever they at, make sure they get counted also. Tell your friends to tell your friends to tell another friend to get counted. Share this link out. We all gonna get counted. I'm gonna get counted. You gonna get counted. We all getting counted.
Look at the ladies of BKS partying, man, getting down.
Y'all thought I was playing? I need Motrin and dark whiskey. But to BKS1 Radio after this,
already took mine. I took mine before we started.
They are working out that quarantine weight.
Woo! I think somebody here at BKS1 Radio said I was a COVID medium. I believe that's what it was.
Y'all make sure them calories get counted. COVID done made a couple of us fluffy. We gonna count these calories and count these numbers while we get counted. Come on, One Spin. I'm at Club BKS1 right now.
Club BKS1.
Club BKS1.
All right now.
With DJ One Spin. Come on. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Phantom. Y'all rock out in the Zoom.
Come on, y'all
City
dance
of
with us.
Plainfield Facebook.
Dance
Also,
and count. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Come on, count,
the
yo.
Plainfield News Channel, YouTube. Make sure y'all go visit the YouTube Plainfield News Channel. Big shout out to the Honorable Mayor, Adrian Mapp.
You don't know him. My city knows how to do it, baby.
Oh, ain't no party like a Plainfield party.
Woo! Why? Because the Plainfield party don't stop.
That's right. That's right.
Come on, Plainfield. Work. Work.
Big shout out to Jazz. Jazz, get loose.
I'm getting off them calories. I didn't. Look at that.
We burning calories up here.
Freeholder Williams up next. Well, we gonna count a little bit more. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Come on, One Spin. spin.
Y'all hit that code with your phones. Hit that code and be counted.
What's the code? Y'all know your code to get counted. Come on, lift up that code. Woo!
They might need reinforcement on the dance floor.
Woo! I'm counting these sweat drops coming off my Plainfield. I said Plainfield. Make you count. Woo! Convincing, Toya. You think we convincing enough that they need to get up and move? Yeah.
Get this COVID weight off.
Come on.
Soups, let's see you shake your tail, fellas.
I'm chair dancing. I'm chair dancing.
Soups is chair dancing in the building.
Hit that QR code.
I got reinforcement, y'all.
Hit that QR code.
This is the official Plainfield Counts 2020 Census virtual party, y'all. Let's get it. Shout out to the city of Plainfield.
Incoming. I hear it one spin. Come on with it.
Get it, DJ One Spin.
If you watching.
All right, everybody, all right. Did you rock out with us? Did you really rock out with us? They should have been rocking out how we was rocking out. Getting this COVID weight off, everybody, and doing it for a very good cause. Up next, we have a message right now from freeholder Rebecca Williams.
Let's go.
Hello.
Get counted.
Hello. I hope you all can hear me.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I just joined the party a little while ago, but I'm really glad to be here. And I do want to thank Norm and Pat and all the BKS1 families for really, supporting Plainfield and supporting our census count. As you mentioned, I'm freeholder Rebecca Williams, so I'm one of the county representatives, one of 9 that represent the 21 municipalities in the county of Union, of which Plainfield is the 3rd largest in population. So I know you were on earlier. I listened to a little bit, so I hope that I'm not reiterating too much, but I guess it really does deserve some reiteration. So I just want to give you a few additional words on why it is imperative that you complete the census. So I'll keep my thoughts brief. So as you probably know, the results of the 2000 census will determine what happens in Union County, what happens in Plainfield, what happens in the entire country, our state of New Jersey. And those decisions on, and that census affects the decisions that are made with regard to our state for the next 10 years. So at a minimum, I would say. And these decisions that are made with regard to the 2 most important aspects of the census, they will affect your quality of life for at least that long. So the 2 most important aspects are our representation in the federal government at the congressional level, and of course, federal funding that comes to Plainfield. After the 2000 census, New Jersey had 13 congressional representatives. After the 2010 census, New Jersey had 12. So what does that mean? that means less advocacy for our needs and what we want here in New Jersey. The most important thing I want to highlight for this evening is, of course, you know, we are in the midst of a pandemic. We will get through it. Plainfield will get through it, and our residents and our mayor, administration, everyone has been wonderful in flattening the curve here in New Jersey, right? But being counted in the census is even more important now, more important than ever, because census data also determines how hospitals are funded, as well as other public health institutions, right? We know roughly, our last census, we were just a little short of 50,000 people. So right now, and I'm sure that the mayor has probably noted this, but if our current rate of return on the census response rate is 55%, right, or 50%, that means that according to the government, there are only 25,000 people here in Plainfield, and that's how much the resources, that's how many resources we will get based on 25,000 rather than what's reflected in our true population. And then I want to give you one more example. I know I don't have a great deal of time, but I want to give you one more example that I think is critical. This one I found. And okay, for example, we have a senior housing facility. And let's say that facility has 100 residents. And I'm sure that that is true of some of the facilities we have, okay? If only 80 people get counted in the census, that particular center will only get 80% of the funding. But that 80% of that funding still has to be spread out among 100 people. And that's the level of funding that it would get for the next 10 years, okay? So it doesn't affect, you know, just 80 people, it'll affect everyone, okay? The same goes for federal funds that are used for daycare centers and a number of other things. But I really do think that what I want to really reiterate the importance of the census really has to do with how little money we would get and how thinly spread that would be. And also the importance in this pandemic of us getting enough funding for the next pandemic. I don't want to be a downer, but it's possible that there may be another health crisis in the future. So do we want the health crisis of the future to be determined on an undercounted Plainfield, an undercounted Union County, an undercounted state of New Jersey? No, we do not. So I'll just end this by saying, on behalf of our chairman, Al Mirabella, chairman of the Board of Chosen Freeholders for the County of Union, and my colleagues on the board, we want you to be counted. And we're doing as much as we can, working with the administration in Plainfield and with, you know, all the other individuals who are involved in the federal census to make that happen. So thank you very much. That's it for me. I'm looking forward to some more dancing. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at rebecca.williams@ucnj.org. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of the party. Thank you.
Woo, thank you, Freeholder Rebecca Williams. Wait a minute, I have to rethink that more dancing thing because I'm still sweating from the last time. Next up, we are going to hear from DJ Ricky Goo. Let's go.
Hello, hello. Sí, señores, muy importante que se cuenten. El censo es muy importante. DJ Ricky.
DJ Ricky.
Yo te miro, se me corta la respiración. Cuando tú me miras, se me sube el corazón. Me palpita lento el pulso. En un silencio tu mirada dice mil palabras. Una noche en la que te suplico que no salga el sol. Bailando, bailando,
Ricky Goo.
Con tu física y tu química, también tu anatomía, la cerveza y el tequila y tu boca con la mía, ya no puedo más, ya no puedo más, ya no puedo más, ya no puedo más. Con esta melodía, tu color, tu fantasía, con tu filosofía, mi cabeza está vacía, ya no puedo más, ya no puedo más, ya no puedo más, ya no puedo más. Yo quiero estar contigo, vivir contigo, bailar contigo, tener contigo una noche loca, ay, besar tu boca. Yo quiero estar contigo, vivir contigo, bailar contigo, tener contigo una noche loca, con tremenda nota.
¿Aló?
Hola bebé, ya que contigo no sirve la labia y te crees muy sabia, pero vas a caer, te lo digo muy bien. Yeah. Yo sé que acabo de conocerte, es muy rápido mantenerte. Yo lo que quiero es complacerte, tú tranquila déjate llevar. Dime si conmigo quieres hacer travesura, que se ha vuelto una locura y tú estás bien dura, no me puedo contener. Dime si conmigo quieres hacer travesura, que se ha vuelto una locura y tú estás bien dura, no me puedo contener, no me puedo contener, no me puedo contener, no me puedo contener. Mami, ¿qué me estás haciendo? Yo no te estoy mintiendo, no hay un detalle que a mí se me escape de tu cuerpo. Y cuando te pones a hablar, mi mente está imaginándome el momento, el lugar. Perdóname si te molesto o si te sueno muy directo. Yo soy así, yo siempre digo lo que siento, pero presiento y eso va a suceder, que esta noche tú y yo vamos a llenarnos de placeres más. Lo que me pidas te lo voy a dar, y si te pido no digas que no. Vamos a olvidarnos del teléfono, a dónde llego tú dímelo. Lo que yo te haga no vas a olvidar, como te dije déjate llevar, una aventura te voy a dar. Dime si conmigo quieres hacer travesura, que se ha vuelto una locura y tú estás bien dura, no me puedo contener. Dime si conmigo quieres hacer travesura, que se ha vuelto una locura y tú estás bien dura, no me puedo contener, no me puedo contener.
Estás saliendo y amanezco al lado tuyo, bebé.
Váyalo, City of Plainfield, New Jersey. Let's go, DJ Ricky.
Para que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió. Pero que hace rumba, para que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió. Pero qué corazón, qué fue lo que pasó, porque fue un tiene que parqueó de la habitación. Yo no recuerdo, solo sé que amaneció y que tenía un tatuaje que decía prisionero. Qué confusión, creo que cometí un error. Mezclé los tragos y las pastillitas de color. Qué sentimiento, creo que tenía un medicamento de ese que tengo que ando contra el pavimento. Y son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada. Ni siquiera conozco tu cara, pero amaneciste aquí en mi cama. Son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada. Ni siquiera conozco tu cara, pero amaneciste aquí en mi cama. Que te hace rumba, para que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió. Pero que te hace rumba, para que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió. Ya no me acuerdo de nada, no tengo nada en la mente, solo que estaba tomando mucho ron con agua ardiente. Con un buen apito estaba prendido el ambiente, ese es mi único recuerdo, hasta donde estuve consciente. Acababa la botella y de camino acá venía, que el me estaba hablando y no sabía lo que decía. Como que no presentaron, no lo sé todavía, que no recuerdo tu nombre, mala suerte en la mía. Y son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada. Ni siquiera conozco tu cara, pero amaneciste aquí en mi cama. Son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada.
Yes, DJ Ricky Goo. Next up, we have Dawu Jeffries with a fantabulous fencing expedition. Dawu has been fencing for 35 years, and he owns his own LLC, Urban Fencing LLC. Are you ready, Dawu? Well, I'm ready for you. I'm going to get out your way. Oh, he said thank you. I'm going to get out your way, too.
Good afternoon, Plainfield. My name is Dawu Jeffries. I've been fencing for 35 years and coaching for 20. I established urban fencing 15 years ago to introduce fencing as a martial art to my community. Fencing instills discipline, respect, honor, esprit de corps. It builds character, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence. The sport teaches hand-eye coordination, strategy, athletics, and defense. The art of strategy is vital, not just to the sport, but to life itself. Fencing promotes independent and autonomous thought. I have here today my student, Mikey. Hi, Mikey. Say hello.
Hi.
Okay, pick up your foil. Foil, sir. Pick up your mask. Thank you. On guard, sir. Towards me, towards me, towards me. Take a step back. Over here. Over here, Mikey. Right over here. On guard, sir. Retreat. Retreat. Extend. Lunge. Recover. Parry 4. Inside. Parry 6. Yes. Counter 6. That's a 4. Yes, sir. Counter 4. Pick up the epee, sir. On guard. Come on. Extend. Lunge. Recover. Drop it. Pick up the saber. Advance. Extend. Hit. Yes. Very good. You ready to fence? Let's start with foil. You ready, Mikey? What was the action?
You count it.
Who extended first?
Me.
To what line?
To the 6.
And what happened?
And I hit to the shoulder.
You hit me to the shoulder. Whose touch is that?
Mine.
Man. Okay, fences ready? On guard. What was the action? What was the action we just did? Who extended first?
You.
To what line?
To 4.
And what happened after that? Did you extend?
Yeah.
Did you retreat? You don't remember? Take off your mask, sir. Step right here. Step right here. Right here, Mikey. Now, remember what we said at home? Hello, my name is Mikey. You ready? Look in the camera. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Michael. I've been fencing since I was 6. I am now 7 years old.
Yes. What else? What you want to tell them? What kind of weapon is that?
This is a foil.
What else? You want to show them how you on guard?
This is an unguard.
Okay. Show them a parry 4 to the inside.
This is a parry 4.
Parry 6.
This is a parry 6.
Counter 6.
This is a counter 6.
Counter 4.
This is a counter 4.
Retreat.
This is a retreat.
Retreat.
This is a retreat.
Extend.
This is an extend.
Lunge.
This is a lunge.
Recover.
This is a recover.
Advance.
This is a advance.
Retreat.
This is a retreat.
Counter 6.
This is a counter 6.
Extend.
This is an extend.
Recover.
This is a recover.
Very good, Mikey. Come here. Do you like to fence?
Yes.
Why? Think about it.
It's fun.
It's fun. Are you confident?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you disciplined?
Yes.
Are you afraid?
Yes.
No. It's just like at home. You sure you're afraid? So when you fence Big Dawood and Little Mikey, are you ever afraid to hit me?
No.
Why? Think about it.
Because I'm good.
Michael, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dawood Jeffries. I run Urban Fencing. My dream is to introduce fencing to the entire community. Thank you. Hi, Plainfield. I'm out.
DJ Ricky Dude.
City of Plainfield. Let's get counted.
Good old time. Plainfield, I just want you to get counted. And everybody out there that's listening, that's not in Plainfield, get counted. Next up, we are bringing to you some real funny. I'm GL Douglas. Are you ready? Let's go. Come on.
Thank you, DJ, for not giving me any music. That's how. Oh, it's not on. Okay, thank you, DJ, for not giving me any music. That's how a comedian loves to be brought on. Like no music at all. Just the host forgetting your name, looking at you like, "What's your name again?" And then the DJ just being like, "Just walk on out here."
I feel a little disrespected. Can we do that again? Can we pretend like that didn't just happen? And can I reintroduce myself? Am I good?
Yeah.
Am I not on the right spot? Am I all right on the curtain? I'm good. I love what you guys have done with the place. This is nice. You guys then stole somebody's bedroom sheets and plaster it all over and made it a green. So I'm gonna reintroduce myself. The host was like, "What's your name again?" The DJ was like, "She don't need no music." I appreciate that. So I'm gonna reintroduce myself. Let's pretend like that didn't happen. Okay, I'm gonna walk off stage. I'm going backstage.
I'll
DJ,
do it again if you like.
It's two. No, it's okay. It's okay, host. It's okay. I can do this myself. Now there's 2 DJs in this one room. Actually 3, including Norm. 4. And we in a room 4x4, and we have 4 DJs. I don't know which DJ is going. Wait a minute. It's 4 DJs in here, and could nobody play a song for me? Who's playing the song? Which? Okay, DJ 1 spin. So I only get 1 spin with you, huh? I got to make it good, because after that, I just don't get nothing. Okay. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, y'all ready to have a good time? Yeah. Coming to the stage, it's your girl, G.L. Douglas. Thank you. Okay. All right, cut it, DJ 1 spin. I don't want to waste my 1 spin on just Biggie Small. Where am I? Y'all could have put an X. We didn't plan this out good. It should have been an X. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Shout out to the people that just went up before me. That man was in here fencing with the little boy. Like, that man was huge. Okay, and that little boy just had a stick. It was like David and Goliath. Like, well, I was just like, so he was like, "What you say? What move is that? What move is that? What move is that?" The little boy was like, "Wait a minute now, I'm about to slip on this green carpet. Wait." This is awesome. I love the fact that this is where my career has brought me. This is nice. This is no DJ playing my songs, hosting. And I'm standing here. Am I all right on the green? Because every time I move, somebody like, here. Okay, she's showing. I'm fine. I'm going to stay right here. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You can move around.
I can move around. Okay, thanks, Norm. Appreciate it. So my name is G.L. Douglas, and I'm so happy to be here. Plainfield stands up. Okay. I don't know which guy. I was like, no, which DJ pushed that button? Okay. This is nice. This is about being counted, right? The census and everything. Y'all have to excuse me because I've had a very, 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 very stressful day. I promise you. I'm going to tell y'all about jokes, but I just use this as therapy because y'all don't even know. First of all, Norm told me to get here at 4 o'clock. I like to do my due diligence and be here on time. I was here at 4. Then I got here. They was like, "Oh, you go on at 6:30. I done left my kids in the car. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, y'all, I'm going to come back with this about my time. And then Norm's wife was like, "Oh, don't worry about the kids. I'll watch them." As I'm pulling up, she was like, "I got to go." So my kids is just outside with a random stranger because I don't even know who the man is that got he was like, "I'm a grandpa 7. I got them." So I don't even know your name right now, but can you just watch them? Oh, you here back? Oh, Sandy's back. Thank you, Sandy. This is terrible. She was like, "Don't worry, I got you." As soon as I pulled up, she was like, "Yeah, I'll be right back." Wait, my kids is here. Y'all don't even understand. I'm just excited to be here outside. I've been in the house for 4 months with my children, okay? Can we talk? Internet live people, let's just talk. First of all, Sunday, if the Lord allow, I'm going to be 42 years old on Sunday, September 13th. Thank you, whichever random DJ pushed that button. I appreciate that. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. These are my children. Yes, my children. I didn't say grandchildren. I said children. Do you realize that this quarantine has made me reevaluate my whole life and all the choices I've ever made in life? Let me tell you something. I'm on Facebook. I'm looking at people that I went to high school with, went to college. They like, Al, my baby going to college. Al. I'm like, my baby going to pre-K 3. Like, and I'm not saying, listen, I am not promoting nor am I condoning teenage pregnancy, but I remember being in high school, walking down the hall, being like, look, Keisha is pregnant. We judged Keisha. We like, oh my God, how is Keisha going to have a baby at this age? Now Keisha on Facebook like, shout out to my firstborn, just finished college. Yeah. I'm like, shout out to my firstborn. She pee-peed in her body. Keisha all in my comments like, oh my God, how you gonna have a baby at this age? Like, she judging me now. The times have changed. And here was the problem with being stuck in the house with a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. Like, it made me, because I have 2 careers, so I was a very busy person, and then everything just stopped, and I was just stuck to be at home. And it made me realize that my 3-year-old has a listening disorder, okay? She don't listen. Do you hear me? She does not. Let me tell you something. So she had this scooter. She too big for the scooter, but it's one of her favorite toys, so she won't let me throw it away. And she would just take this scooter and just ride it up and down the hall, because we stuck in the house. She just riding it up and down the hall, riding up and hall. And now she can't have no friends over, so now she forced to play with her baby sister, who is 1. So she then takes the baby sister and puts her on this scooter that she is already too big for. And now she is right now. I'm about to have a heart palpitation. I'm screaming. I'm like, cut it out. Stop it. Cut it out. I'm about to give myself a stroke. Do you hear me? And then one day, I looked at my baby. My baby is riding up and down on this scooter to the point, and she laughing. She having a good time. And I said to myself, myself said, why? Why are you about to give yourself a stroke and this baby laughing and having a good time? So then you just falter. I was just like, you know what? She better not fall. Like, I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. Now, here's another thing. So I didn't think about the fact that when I had my kids, I was 38 with the first one, and I was 40 with the second. Yeah. Oh look at the DJ making noise. Now you couldn't bring me up, DJ One Spin, but you got the nerve to be judging me on my reproductive system. You better knock it off. People don't tell you certain things. Like, they make motherhood sound like it's the best thing in the world. And don't get me wrong, it's wonderful. But there's some consequences to this thing. Like for example, I was so glad when my baby turned 1, because number one, that meant I kept her alive for 1 year. But also, the fact that she no longer had to drink Similac. Let me tell you something. Do you know how expensive Similac is? Okay? When I first got pregnant, you know, women try to give me all kinds of advice. And one of the main advice they would say, they was like, you know what? You need to breastfeed. That's how you bond with your baby. And I was like, okay. So I tried it, right? And then I did it for like 2 months. And then one day I went to put her on. And she was like, I don't want this. And I was like, I don't want this either. And then I went to Walmart. And I saw that the price of Similac cost more than Hennessy. I was like, what is this? Similac is $32 a can. Do you realize Similac, they won't even leave it on the shelf? It is locked up in a cage. Only one person in Walmart has the key to this cage. You got to wait 48 minutes for them to buzz Steve to come. And then I was like, he was like, ma'am, how many cans do you want? Do you see how much this costs? How many cans do I want? I wanted to know, do y'all have any Lucy Similac? Like, can I just get a cup of it? I'll ration it out. I put my baby on a diet. I was like, listen. And then let me tell you who is the worst people with giving advice. older black women are horrible with it, but they good, but they horrible. Let me tell you something. When my baby was first born, like I couldn't, like she wouldn't sleep. She was like 3 days old and they don't sleep, right? So I'm like, oh my God. So you get the older, like the mother of the church. She's like, you know what you need to do? You better put some cereal in that baby bottle. I'm like, she 3 days. So what? You want sleep, but put some cereal in that baby bottle. I'm like, okay. And then like when my baby was teething, she was like, you know what? Get a chicken bone, let her chew on that. Or you know what? Get you some whiskey and just rub it on her gums. So now I take my baby to the doctor for her 1 year checkup. She got high blood pressure, diabetes, gout, all because I'm listening to y'all. A drinking problem. But that whiskey did help her sleep a little. Another dilemma. One of the reasons why I'm really, really, really stressed today is because we are starting school tomorrow. Shout out to all the parents out there dealing with. So ain't no DJ going to press a clap button for the it's 4 DJs. Can't nobody find. Norm walked out the room. Can't nobody find a clap button. And I'm a teacher and a parent. Teacher and parent. So as a teacher, I am so stressed. I have been teaching for 19 years. 19 years. And I promise you, even as thank you for the one lady, the host, the DJs. Y'all don't know somebody should be over here with a sign saying clap at certain points. Been dealing with kids for 19 years now. That deserves a round of applause now. Even as a first-year teacher, I have never been this, I don't know, in such a state of mind. Because his day, when everything happened in March, when everything got shut down and the class got shut down, it was terrible. And it was not necessarily the kids that were the problem. It was the fact that these kids are now left with, like, their grandma. And grandma has no idea of how to use technology. I got 2 minutes. Okay. She has no idea how to use technology. So grandma is all in. And here's the thing. They wouldn't let us use Zoom. So we had to use this thing called Google Classroom. And the problem with Google Classroom was you can't mute it. Like the kids got to mute the button. But here's grandma all in the camera. Is this the camera is this the camera? This grandma. Hello? Miss Douglas, Julian doesn't understand the math. What do he do? Now I'm yelling, mute it. I can't find the mute button. This is what I've had to deal with. And so now we going back into this. I'm not excited. I'm not excited about what happened. Let me tell you. So I got to wrap up. Let me just share this with y'all, right? So y'all have to understand. I was on maternity leave for 6 months with my last child. I went back to work in December, and I work in Jersey City. Shout out to Jersey City, all the teachers out there. And so I was 2 days back to work, and then I don't know if y'all remember, they had a whole big shootout, and all schools got locked down and everything. And here's the problem. I teach what's called an inclusion class. That means I have some general ed, and then we have some special ed. And I had about 3 kids that was on medication in this room. Now, here's the problem. Listen, I'm not, just listen. Don't start judging. By 2:45, they go home. And the medication start wearing off, but now we locked down. It's a shootout outside. Medication's wearing off. Oh my God. And then one of the main ones, his mama gonna call me on the phone. My baby. I want my baby. I was like, I want you to get your baby. How about we send him outside and let him see? Because he's in this class acting a hot mess. All right, I'm sorry. I just had thank y'all for this therapy session. This is dope because they all wrapping me up and stuff. Because maybe somebody gonna come next on a horse because they got all kinds of kinds of talents in Plainfield. Didn't realize that my city, that I pay taxes, and this is what I pay taxes for a giant to poke little boys with a stick. I'm wrapping up. All right, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all fill out y'all census. I'm GL Douglas. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Thank y'all so much. God bless.
GL Douglas, yo. Great work. Woo! Wait a minute. I got to get my stitches together. GL Douglas, y'all. I don't know. Man, listen, I'm one of them people that's judging her. Cause my kids is over. She got a whole daycare right there. I ain't doing nothing. My baby 18. I was one of them that they was talking about back in the day. Like, she pregnant again? But anyway, next up, we gonna keep this rolling, y'all. We got some more stuff for y'all. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? We're going to Chelsea Young. She brings us census facts via Zoom. Let's get it.
Hello, everyone. Can everybody hear me? I don't know if everybody can, but hello, everyone. My name is Chelsea Young, and today I want to tell you why it is so important that all of my Plainfield brothers and sisters be counted in the 2020 census that is actively being done right now. And it will expire in 21 days on September 30th. Imagine for a moment that you and your family are asked to come to a meeting with the federal government, where the government is going to give you $100 for each family member that shows up to the meeting to provide for resources that your family may need. You have 5 family members. However, on the day of the meeting, only 2 show up. And at the meeting, the government says, because you only have 2 family members, we are only giving you $200. But you say, hold up, wait a minute. We actually have 5 family members, but 3 didn't show up. So we should really get $500. But the government says no, because only 2 of those family members showed up and represented. You will only get the money for those 2. The problem here now is you have to go home with only $200 and try to meet the needs of 5 people with that money instead of $500 you could have gotten and made life a lot easier. This is similar to how the census works. See, every 10 years, the federal government counts the population of every township, county, etc. in the United States. And based on that number, they provide resources to help that community. Resources such as teachers, school lunch funding, special education services, school bus transportation, police, fire, and other services provided by the government. And if everyone in a town fills out the census and the population is accurately counted by the government, then that community will receive adequate resources to help everyone in that community. However, if, like the family example I previously gave, only, let's say, 50% of the community shows up, then the community will not have the resources they need to help 100% of the people. So let me give you an example of how this can be a problem. According to the last census, which was done in 2010, there are 49,808 people living in the city of Plainfield. This included every woman, man, child, including newborns. But what if, hypothetically, that number was totally wrong? What if only 49,808 were the people who filled out the census, but the number of the people who actually lived in Plainfield was 60,000 or 70,000 people? This means that over the past 10 years, although the government provided Plainfield with enough resources to take care of 49,809 people, that number had to be stretched to take care of 30,000 more people. So suddenly, instead of having a classroom with only 10 students and 1 teacher based on the 49,808 number, figure, Plainfield students may have ended up in a classroom with twice the amount of students because over 30,000 people failed to fill out the census. That would let the federal government know how Plainfield needed funding, how much funding for more teachers, educational opportunities, and facilities. And this also impacts funding for special events such as class trips, athletic uniforms and gear, and school lunch funding. I cannot express to you enough why it is so important to make sure that parents, you fill out the census and count every person in your family, including newborns. And young people of my generation, I cannot express to you enough the importance of talking to your parents and to remind them of why it is important to fill out the census. So to anyone hearing me today who have a neighbor to your left, a neighbor to your right, this is the time to give a friendly wave and ask, did you fill out the census yet? And if you have a few friends in Plainfield that you call and socialize with from time to time, please call them and remind them that we have to fill out the census. As I said before, the deadline for the census is September 30th, so that just gives us 20 more days. Please fill out the census, and thank you.
Thank you, Chelsea. Our next guest needs no introduction. He's a personal friend of mine, lifelong resident of Plainfield, New Jersey. He, Queen City Film Festival, everybody, Queen City, everything from marketplace to stores to concerts in the park in Cedarbrook Park to nonstop show group. Our next guest is absolutely amazing and is a contributor to the excellence that is here in Plainfield, New Jersey. Everybody, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Lamar Maxson.
What's good? I guess I can take the mask off now. What's good, Plainfield? Man, first of all, you set me up. You put me right after a comedian. That's a tough show to follow, so I'm going to do my best up here. But, Norm, this is great. Trish, what's up? Good to see you, BKS1 fam. Everybody, Plainfield, city of Plainfield, my hometown. So good to be up here. But, you know, right now, first of all, this is like a block party. I feel so comfortable right now with my people and watching the people come in and out of the studio. First of all, this is COVID compliant. We're totally safe in here right now. My family that's watching, I'm all good. I know the mask's off, but I'm good. I'm safe. And I want everybody who's watching to remain safe. Focus on the census because that's what we're here for right now. We need you to sign up. We need you to fill out the paperwork. We need to urge your family and friends to do the same because Plainfield needs to be counted. So with that being said, Norm, you got something that you want to show the people? You set it up. Okay, so we got a couple of trailers here. First of all, those who know me know I'm a film producer. I was born and raised in Plainfield, New Jersey, and all of my films over the last 6 or 7 years have been produced in Plainfield. I've also brought television shows to Plainfield, like The Impractical Jokers, Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay, and I'm working on some more stuff here in the future. Plainfield's a great place to be. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to live. And right now we got some trailers for you to show, all filmed in the city of Plainfield. So I can't see what's up first, but if you want to roll the tape, White Picket Fence. Produced by myself, Lamar Maxson, written and directed by Jacqueline King Howell, and directed by my man Patrick Coker, who's my partner in crime on all of my films. So let's set it up.
Well, Sister Miriam, it's so good to see you. How you holding up?
Best as I can, you know, taking it one day at a time.
Mrs. Pickett, I'm sorry about the passing of Teddy. He was a great man.
I know that he truly loved me. He loved our family, no matter what anybody else thought.
for a little drama. A little bit of cliffhanger right there. The white picket fence. So if you look at the opening scene of that on that trailer, you'll note that that big house is on Belvedere Avenue, right in the Sleepy Hollow section of Plainfield. But we filmed all over the city over the course of 2 weeks, and it's a big piece. White picket fence. We won internationally in Toronto. It's shown all over the world, and pretty soon it's going to be available to you in your own home, streaming. So let's set up the next one. I think this is a real Plainfield piece, because this piece, Moves We Make, was written by the great Plainfielder J.M. Benjamin, who I'm sure the audience knows. J.M. Benjamin is one of the greatest sons of Plainfield, has written dozens of books. He's a motivational speaker. And we took one of his stories and we turned it into a pilot, a TV pilot. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Moves We Make.
Over 20 years? We had to ride a whole way here with the windows open.
It's gonna be over.
Yo, let me finish him, big bro.
Something happened.
Checkmate.
You're gonna make the wrong move, and it's gonna be over.
Over 20 years?
Moves We Make, full of Plainfield people right there. The opening line is from our brother Burnell Harris. Officer Burnell Harris was in that film. Again, we filmed all over the city of Plainfield. You got some big names in there now. We got my man John Anthony Williams, who went on to play in Blackish. Chris Barber, who has been a player on Power, CSI, a dozen other television shows. And so we did that over the course of 2-3 weeks in the city of Plainfield, and that's also coming out to you soon on Amazon. So the next one is probably one of my favorites. It's closest and dearest to me. Heroin, with an E in parenthesis, was filmed here in the city of Plainfield. Director of photography was my oldest son, Kalani Maxon, the now Emmy Award nominated Kalani Maxon from the city of Plainfield. Let's give him lick shot, you know. And his younger brother, my youngest son, Isaiah Maxon, directed this film, crafted it, wrote it, and, of course, Nonstop Show Group produced it. So I introduce you to the short, epic drama, Heroin.
What's good?
It's 125.
Sylvie!
What are you doing?
Got my money?
Not in front of the children, so please.
What are you doing?
What's good?
That's an international award winner right there. We've got Jeremy Sample, who was our stunt coordinator and also the villain, who has been in everything from The Five Bloods to Black Panther. He was in Luke Cage. Our main character, Sylvia, Tanise Johnson, was in Luke Cage as well. She is a stunning actress and stunt actor as well. My main man, again, Patrick Coker, co-directed that, and Patrick is currently on BET. He's the executive producer on Tales on BET, which is produced by Irv Gotti of Murder, Inc. So that's what's good here in the city of Plainfield. We have a thriving film community that's growing, a film and television community that is here to stay. And I'm just so proud of what BKS1 is doing to encourage everybody in the city of Plainfield to not only fill out your census cards and be counted, but also to care about the community and to reinvest in the community. And when my brother Norm asked me to be here today, I couldn't say no. So on that note, that was my bell. And I just want to bring to your attention, Queen City Film Festival is coming soon, October 23rd, 24th, and 25th, the city of Plainfield, New Jersey. Now we're going to go virtual, but we're also going to do a drive-in that is a surprise that we're going to announce soon. So can we get a lick shot for that? Can we get it? Yes. A drive-in. So we're up, we're running, and it's going to be 3 days of film, workshop, panel, film professionals. Some of your favorite stars might zip in, zip out. We're doing some, and no, as a matter of fact, we're doing some great workshops. We got my man from Better Days, Jesus Hernandez, coming from LA. He just did D Smoke's video. He just did the BET Music Awards. He's a super talent and a great friend of mine from Impractical Jokers. So he's going to be talking to the people and young people about making film and particularly about making music videos. So we're really looking forward to a great turnout. Stay tuned, and if you want to know more information, go to www.qcffnj.com. And of course, tune into nonstopshowgroup.com, at nonstopshowgroup on Instagram, at Queen City Film Festival NJ on Instagram as well. Thank you. Salute.
Thank you so much, Lamar. It's been a pleasure. I have the pleasure, actually, of contributing to the city of Plainfield by working here at BKS1 Radio and with Mr. Maxson at Nonstop Show Group on all of the films that you guys have seen. And it has been an absolute pleasure. There are a lot of great things that come out of the city of Plainfield. Absolutely wonderful. Up next, everybody, we have a word from Councilman Mr. Steve Hockaday.
Unmute myself. How's everybody doing? Man, I'm enjoying the entertainment along with everyone. Yep. Listen, I just wanted to pop in and give a word about the 2020 census. You know, I have an idea what the community's feeling, you know, because 10 years ago, I didn't care much about the census. You know, many people don't even know. Before Barack Obama's candidacy, I didn't even vote. You know, it was against religious traditions at that point. You know, it was so it took me to get aware and woke and engaged in order to even get active on that level. You know, so the census wasn't at the top of my mind. You know, but now in this position here as council president, and also just being a councilman and being involved civically and locally, I understand now the importance of the census. So the importance of the census is it really gets resources for our neighborhoods. You know, so with more funds, we can support organizations and nonprofits like Bianca Flowers, who so lovingly and givingly supports the community. But those dollars that eventually flow down to our nonprofits that help all of our community members are largely based on our census data, how many people we have here, trying to document what the need is in Plainfield, New Jersey. So we need you all to participate in the census. So, you know, most likely if you're watching this right now, you know, you're somewhat engaged, right? And you've probably already done your census, but you care about your community and you're wondering what you can do more, you know? So this is not for you in particular to complete your census, but it's who you can reach, right? Talk to your neighbor or your relative who you know might not have completed their census, or maybe they don't take it seriously. They don't understand the importance on how it fuels our resources for the city, and get on them. All right, so make it your initiative to reach out to one or two families who you know haven't completed the census, so that they can have resources. I think of it as the census as like RSVPing. It's like saying you're coming to Thanksgiving dinner, right? So imagine you just pop up at somebody's house on Thanksgiving and they don't know you're coming, and there's not enough food. That's a problem, right? And it's because you didn't say, hey, raise your hand, I'll be there. And maybe you bring your peach cobbler or something with you, you know, but you need to let people know you're going to be there. Because if a whole bunch of people show up and they weren't expected, then there's not enough resources for them. The same way with the census, except this is how our government does it. Every 10 years, they want everybody to raise their hand, RSVP, to see who's coming to dinner in the city, right? Who needs resources, who needs what. And if you don't RSVP, then we're going to have people fighting over the big piece of chicken. There's not the big piece of chicken there, but everybody wants it. All right. We don't want that to happen. Raise your hand, get your neighbors, get your relatives to fill out the census so we can all eat. All right. So with that, let's continue to celebrate tonight. Thank you so much, BKS1. You know, y'all are family. Go all the way back to Steve Soundshop, both Trish and Norm was in there heavy. Yes. Norm with the fresh finesse. He was best described in the neighborhood. A term for perpetrating.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, don't do it. Oh, okay. I was about to get into the beatbox. That was back when, you know, beatboxing was the beat. You know, they don't do that too much. It's only a few hip hop songs where they have the audacity to beatbox the beat, the whole beat, right? And that classic right there, Norm, of Fresh Finesse was one of them. So thank you for that, you know. And thanks, Trish, for babysitting me in the shop whenever my father went down the street to do whatever. I don't know.
My pleasure. You're a great kid.
Wow.
And even better counseling.
Thank you, Mr. Hockaday. Woo, we are rolling. We are having a good old time up in here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, staying with us, and making sure that you get counted. We are making sure Plainfield counts. We want to make sure that Plainfield counts. We're going to throw it. I'm going to throw it right over to you, Trish. What's up? Come on with it.
Hello, everybody. You've heard it all through the show. It is so important that you complete the census, and we want to make it easy for you. Just take your phone, open your camera, point it at the QR code, and it's going to take you right to the questionnaire. It's only 10 questions. It only takes a few minutes. Few minutes that are so important to our community for the next 10 years. So don't delay. We need you to go do it right now. And then we need you to check on your brother, your sister, your nephew, your niece, your friend, and tell them to do the same. And share this out. Share this out right now. Go to your Facebook, share it out, and let everyone know that Plainfield counts.
Yes, Plainfield counts. We're going to keep rolling and rolling along. Next up, I have a beautiful songstress extraordinaire, house sensation, Viola Sykes. Let's get it.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Good, wonderful.
Let me demask. Everybody doing their census?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Today we're gonna do a new one. My love. God's love. Yeah.
say they're really satisfied with the love they've been receiving. But one thing I won't compromise, no, I'll give you all the love you need, so you can search the world, but you'll never find a love that even comes close to the measure of mine. Freely give, all for love. That's why life is. Every drop of my love I give to you. Oh, yeah. That's why life is. I give all my love to you for love. My love. I give to you. All for love. God's love, God's love. That's why life is. Every drop of my love I give to you, to you. Oh, my love. Whoa. My love, I give to you. Oh, yeah. Every drop of my love I give to you. Oh, God's love, unconditional. Oh, every drop, unconditional love. Oh, that's what it's all about. That's why I like these. That's why life is like this. Oh, that's why life is. God's love, unconditional. God's love, my love. All right, everybody. We're having fun here doing the census. Everybody being safe out there? I hope so. I hope so. So I'm going to need you guys to get up with me on this one there. You can start that one. Ha ha. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see you. Come on, let me see you a little bit more. Can you rock with me? And I'm going to want you to sing with me too. Is that all right? Hey. Plainfield. Plainfield. Hey. Little girls. Grown woman. Hey, hey. see what I see. Hey, child of God,
beautiful and strong, little girl, who are you?
you don't let you wait. Why, when he calls you out your name, you just laugh saying, oh, he's just playing. But when you look in the mirror, what do you see? The reflection of a queen or wannabe. Your body is a temple created by God. Did you abuse it, misuse it, little girl? Stop letting every boy you meet or disease. Whoa, who are you? Yeah. Do you know? Don't let you wait. Let him. So he said to love you for a lifetime. Get every chance to get, he's playing with your mind. Love is patient, love is kind. It's not jealous, it's divine. So get up, stand up for what you know is right. Little girls, put your clothes back on, be something for the mind. Time, steady ticking. What you gonna do? I know I got you figured. Child of God, beautiful and strong. Yes, you are. You don't let you wait. Let him, let him. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. You don't let you wait. Let him, let him. Looking for love in all the wrong places, developing your bodies and minds, just wasting, laughing and grinning, pretending not comprehending, being used, misconstrued, your life slowly ending. But you can depend on God. He'll show you real love. He'll never leave you. He'll lead you. If you follow, he'll free you. So you're beautiful, you're a child of God. Yeah. Who are you? Do you know? Do you really know? Do you really know? Who are you? You don't let you wait. Let him, let him. Hey, you are a queen, no wannabe. Why don't you follow the Lord's lead? You are beautiful. Let him lead you home. Hey, put your clothes back on, leave something. Put your clothes. Say what? Put your clothes back on. Hey, put your clothes back on. Little girls, leave something for me. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Plainfield, 2020 census. Fill it out. Your town needs you. The money is needed for this town, for the schools, for everything. Don't be afraid to sign your name up. Sign up. 2020 census, Plainfield, New Jersey. My name is Viola Sykes. New music coming soon. Love yourself before you can love anybody else. You hear me? Hey, put them on. Leave something for the mind. Yeah, yeah. God bless you all. Put them on. Leave something for the mind. Yeah, yeah. Hey, little girl, grown woman, gotta respect yourself. Hey, hey, little girl, grown woman, you gotta respect yourself. I love each and every one of you. God bless. Hey, BKS1 Radio, Plainfield, New Jersey people. Hey. Yes. Yes. Woo.
I just want to keep dancing. Next up, did y'all enjoy that? I enjoyed it. Come on. Woo. All right. I'm going to say y'all not here for me. Y'all here to get counted. That's what y'all here for, to get counted. But right now, we're going to turn this over once again to DJ Ricky.
DJ Ricky.
Toda la noche rompemos, al otro día volvemos. Tú sabes cómo lo hacemos, baby. Baby, tonight's like fuego. We bout to spend a dinero. We party to the extremo, baby. Toda la noche rompemos, al otro día volvemos. Tú sabes cómo lo hacemos, baby. Baby, tonight's like fuego. We bout to spend a dinero. We party to the extremo, 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 extremo.
Ritmo.
No son ni Reebok ni Sonai, nah. Sin estilista luzco fly, yes. La Rosalía me dice que luzco guay. No te lo niego porque yo sé lo que hay. Lo que se ve no se pregunta, nah. Yo te espero y tengo claro que es mi culpa. Culpa. Como Canelo en el ring nadie me asusta. Vivo en mi oasis y la paz no me la tumba. Hakuna Matata como Timon y Pumba. Voy pa' leyenda así que dale zumba. Los dejo ciego con la vibra que me alumbra. Haters pa' la tumba, nosotros pa' la rumba. Rompemos, al otro día volvemos. Tú sabes cómo lo hacemos, baby. Baby, tonight's like fuego. We bout to spend el dinero. Ella tiene maldad, ella tiene una diabla guarda. Loco por darle una nalga, que la deje marcar. Le prendo el frente de los guardas. Esa tipa es una de cara. Ella tiene maldad, ella tiene una diabla guarda. Loco por darle una nalga, que la deje marcar. Le prendo el frente de los guardas. Anda envuelta, anda con su amiga cool y suelta. Par de señores ya le tienen la vida resuelta. Cuenta, que perdió la cuenta de lo que hay en su cuenta. Mala pero viva, gana cuenta. Perrea como si no hay un mañana la Eva. Tiene novio pero extremo en la vega. Se pierde un par en que le truene y le llueva. Si la botella no se acaba se la lleva maldad. Ella tiene una diabla guarda. Loco por darle una nalga, que la deje marcar. Le prende el frente de los guardas. Esa tipa es una de cara. Ella tiene maldad, ella tiene una diabla guarda. Por darle una nalga, que la deje marcar. Le prende el frente de los guardas. La frente de la me lo guarda. Luego, eso de allá atrás me lo pego. Pa' que se lo hizo como tego. La mila decimos como Lego. Dale, ¿dónde está mi gente?
Hit that code and go to the census. Fill out the census. 2020 census, City of Plainfield. Use that code. Take out your cell phones. Go to the census. Fill it out. Let's be counted, City of Plainfield.
Yo quiero ver cómo ella lo menea. Mueve ese pum pum girl. Es una asesina cuando baila, quiere que todo el mundo la vea. I like your pum pum girl. Con calma. Yo quiero ver cómo ella lo menea. Mueve ese pum pum girl. Tiene adrenalina en vez de la pista, porque hazme lo que sea. I like your pum pum girl. Hey, ya vi que estás solita, acompáñame. La noche de nosotros tú lo sabes. Que gana me dam 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 de bailarte, mami. Ese ram
amanecer, beber y enloquecerse. Y cuando el día termine, no sé si la vuelvo a ver. Yo que no traje bloqueador pa' tanto calor que quema. Y ese cuerpito que tú tienes, el traje de baño chiquitito te queda. Esa blanquita con el sol y de una ya se pone morena. Un trago de mano bien borracha, todos saben que su vida es extrema. Dice que no, pero sé que mi flow le corre por la pena. Ese cuerpito que tú tienes, el traje de baño chiquitito te queda. Esa blanquita con el sol y de una ya se pone morena. Un trago de mano bien borracha, todos saben que su vida es extrema. Dice que no, pero sé que mi flow le corre por la pena. Let's go. Mami, sacúdete la arena. Con ese booty me duele que seas ajena, yeah. Se puso una de mis cadenas. Nunca le baja, siempre con la copa llena. Ella entró, saludó y en el bote se montó. Con cachá y tosió. Cuando el que se lo pasó, me pegué, lo menió. Nunca me dijo que no. Se lució, abusó y eso que ni se esforzó. Yo que no traje bloqueador pa' tanto calor que quema. Y ese cuerpito que tú tienes, traje de baño chiquitito te quema.
Como baila ese mulato, bailando guaguancó. Bonilla. Váyalo. Gózalo, muévelo, muévelo, muévelo. City of Plainfield. Muévelo, City of Plainfield. El censo. A contar se ha dicho. Llegó Super Jordan en el trombón. Llegó Superman gozando con trombón. Ciudad de Plainfield, New Jersey, gozando con BKS.
Sé que tú no quieres que yo a ti te quiera, siempre tú me esquivas de alguna manera. Si te busco por aquí, me sales por allá. Lo único que yo quiero, no me hagas sufrir más, tú verás. Todo mi sufrimiento, llorarás y llorarás sin alguien que te consuele. Así te darás de cuenta que si te engañan duele. Mira como yo. Pero ya mi corazón no se acuerda más de ti. Llorarás y llorarás sin alguien que te consuele. Así te darás de cuenta que si te engañan duele. Te lo juro que sí.
Yo que tanto la quería y por otro me dejó. Y yo que todos los días le daba ají con Paco. ¿Cómo? Revolotea por aquí. Revolotea porque quiere que la vean. Revolotea por aquí. Revolotea por allá. ¡Vaya! La voy a castigar, ya que se senta la barra y se sale por detrás, como la paloma que vuela y se va. Viene y me conquista y la voy a rematar. Que se cuide con la punta, con el medio, con el palo entero.
You know what? I don't know about y'all, but I am having a wonderful time. Getting counted. 2020. Plainfield counts. Ooh, come on. Wait a minute. I wasn't counting on this, but we gonna count anyway. DJ Ricky Goo.
Nadie goza como yo, nadie goza como yo. Nadie goza como yo, nadie goza como yo.
Valiente.
Nadie goza como yo, nadie goza como yo.
All right.
Nadie goza como yo, nadie goza como yo.
Are we ready? I think we're ready for. I got a surprise for y'all. Not like the other surprise, because that was a great surprise. But this is an even better surprise. Are y'all ready? We're going to make this one count. The one and only legendary Kenny Bobian. Woo! Let's go, Kenny.
Hey there. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? All right. So good to be here tonight. Wonderful. Just amazing. Shout out to everyone out there. I ain't gonna start calling no names. Y'all know how I am. And I'll be forgetting folk, and they be like, you ain't call me. You ain't say me. Hi, everybody in Plainfield and all the surrounding areas. Shout out to BKS1 Radio. So good to be here. All right, we're going to do some familiar stuff. All right, I try to do all the new stuff, but y'all know how that is. I want to hear my song. Don't know what that is. There's a lot of them. But thank God for being here tonight. So glad to share in this event. And, all right, let's do something. I'm ready. Yeah, we're going to do this one. I think I know what this is. Y'all know I got so many. I think I did this with Dennis Farah. Am I right? Yeah. I'm just grateful tonight. God is so good. Come on, everybody. If y'all out there, y'all listening, put your hands together. Come on. Hey. I wanna say thank you, 'cause you made it all possible. I wanna say thank you, 'cause you make all my dreams come true. Yes you do, yes you do, yes you do, yes you do. I can handle, you're my rock, and I cannot quit, don't want to stop. And I thank you, yeah, I thank
say so. I'll never fight the feeling. Raise my hands at the ceiling. I'm so grateful. Well, I'm so grateful. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'm so grateful. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody say I'm so great. Yeah, I'm so great, great, great. Every day of my life I'm so great, great, great. Lift your hand and say I'm so great. Cause you've been good to me, every day of my life. You've been good to me, yeah. And your love set me free. Whoa. I gotta say thank you, 'cause you made it all possible. I wanna say thank you, 'cause you make all my dreams come true. Yes you do, yes you do, yes you do, yes you do. Like an anthem, you're my rock, and I cannot quit, don't want it to stop. And I thank you, well I thank you, well I thank you, and I thank you. That's why I'm so well, and I'm happy to say so. I'll never fight the feeling. Raise my hands at the ceiling. I'm so grateful. Well, I'm so grateful. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I'm really, really grateful. Oh, yeah, yeah. Every day of my life, I'm so great, great, great. Yeah, I'm so great. Lift your hand and say I'm so great. Say it really loud, I'm so great, great. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, 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 grateful. Yeah. You've been good to me every day of my life. Your love set me free, yeah. And I wanna thank you for your love every day, yeah. Wanna give you all the glory, give you all the praise, hey. And if I had 10,000 tongues, I praise your name with everyone. I'm so grateful. Well, I'm so great, great, great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so great. Yeah, I'm so great. I'm so great, great.
Woo! Y'all have to excuse me. I get caught up in this stuff. But I'm just grateful. Shout out to Mr. Dennis Farrer and my good friend. I don't like to use the word protege, but I guess he was one of my proteges. He's no longer with us. His name is KT Brooks. And he wrote that song for me. And I'm just grateful to God that he has blessed me to be here tonight with BKS1 Radio, and to my girl Sage, and to Norm and everybody here. I love all of y'all. DJ One Spin, I love all of y'all. God bless you. I said I wasn't gonna call no names because you know how folk is, boy. They be like, you ain't call me. But I'm so grateful, and thank God for GL Douglas and Viola Sykes, my sister. And this next song I want to do, which is my last song. Y'all can't call out no requests. But so glad that we're still able to do these virtual parties, and I'm not going to allow anything. I noticed that when we have situations like this whole pandemic thing, music and entertainment is just such a lasting thing. Nothing stands in our way. We find a way. We find a way. And I'm just grateful tonight to be here. I want to dedicate this song to all of you here at BKS1 Radio, and to everyone here at the in the city of Plainfield. And the census, I don't want to get started on that, but all I'm going to say is it's important. You know what you got to do. Let's just do it, all right? Shout out to my girl, G.A. Douglas. I want to dedicate this song to her. I love y'all. God bless you. Thank you for having me here. My name is Kenny Bobian. You can find me everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What's the other one? All of them. All you do is just look up I Am Kenny Bobian. You'll find it. Got a new album coming out. I'll tell you about it later. But I just want to dedicate this song to all of you. I love you. Shout out to everyone in Jersey. Newark, Bricks, I love y'all. Thank God. Thank God for being here. Dedicate this song to you. Hey, come on, y'all. I feel good about this tonight.
Don't you know I'm fed see nobody else. Don't look that I know you've been around. Boy,
y'all know this?
Been around.
Uh-huh.
Round. You've been a friend when I was friendless. You've been a friend when I had no joy. You've been a friend, yes you have, yes you have. I've been around. You've been around.
I love y'all. God bless you. Thank you for having me. Shout out to BKS1, City of Plainfield. I love y'all. God bless you.
That's wonderful singing. Plainfield is bringing it. Census 2020. Complete your census, Plainfield.
Shout out to the City of Plainfield. Shout out to the Honorable Mayor, Adrian Mapp. Shout out to everybody that helped us get this thing on and popping, man. Great show. Shout out to all our hosts, all the DJs, all the artists, all the performers, just all of y'all, man. Register, sign up for that census right now. Let's go.
All right, all right, all right. If you didn't enjoy that, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, it has been a wonderful event. We have had so many live performances, so many Zoom performances. Hopefully you got up and danced. Hopefully you were able to sing. Hopefully you actually went on and signed up to do the census, because that is the most important part. In the meantime, right now, we have just a message from a few of our faith leaders.
You're up next. Pastor, you have to unmute. Pastor
Greetings.
David. Oh, Pastor Talia, go ahead, jump in there.
How's everyone doing tonight? Hi, my name is Reverend Talia Rowland. I bring you greetings from the New Generation Worship Center Church here in the city of Plainfield, where the senior pastor is Tracy R. Scheider. I'm just tuning in on this evening to let you guys know the importance of filling out your 2020 census. A couple of key facts. The census began back in 1790, and the U.S. Constitutes mandates everyone in America be counted every 10 years. So 2020 is the 24th time in the Constitute that this 2020 census has been. And also what it is, it released when they do the count for everyone in a household, they generate funds to federal government programs such as Medicaid, hospitals. It helps out with road construction, our schools. It helps rebuild community centers for our youth. So I just encourage you on tonight just to take the time out just to fill out your 2020 census form, because it's going to help our community, our city as a whole, because it generates federal funds that also helps with assisting people with housing. Different businesses, they do their research from the data from 2020 census, which means that they look at it and see where they can put up factories, offices, and what that means is it generates job opportunities for our community. And the 2020 census, it only takes about 10 minutes to fill it out. You could do it online, or you could do it by mail or by the telephone. So I'm here on tonight just to tell you, fill out your 2020 census program, fill out your 2020 census form, and it will help us as a community to better know the number of population of how we can get the money that we're supposed to, justly get for our community.
Reverend Talia McCoy, thank you so much for sharing a few words with everyone. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And I pray that you guys be blessed.
Okay. Pastor, can you hear us? Pastor David, or it's Pastor Joshua?
Soy el Pastor David de Gelshi. Quiero invitar a toda nuestra comunidad de Plainfield a que comprendamos la importancia de registrarse en el censo. ¿Cuál es la importancia de completar el censo 2020? El censo 2020 es importante porque las respuestas son utilizadas para ayudar a determinar cómo se gastan anualmente más de 675 mil millones de dólares en fondos federales en todo el país. Si queremos que nuestra ciudad de Plainfield reciba los fondos que necesitamos para la educación, la salud y otras ayudas que necesita nuestra ciudad, lo mínimo que podemos hacer es registrarnos en el censo. No tengas temor, no tengas miedo de hacerlo, ya que los datos del censo son utilizados exclusivamente para determinar la población que tiene la ciudad y cómo la ciudad puede recibir esos fondos federales para la educación, para la educación, la salud y para muchas ayudas federales que nuestra ciudad necesita para continuar desarrollándose. ¿Por qué es fundamental hacer bien el censo? Porque se obtiene un recuento exacto en el censo. 2020 es fundamental para todas las comunidades. Millones de personas, incluyendo grupos comunitarios, funcionarios locales y empresarios confían en el censo para proporcionar datos precisos que nos afectan a todos. Los datos del censo son la base para una representación política justa y se utilizan para dibujar líneas distritales que reflejan a la población. El censo también juega un papel vital en el sistema de gobierno de nuestra nación al determinar cuántos representantes serán enviados al Congreso de cada estado. También recuerda, los líderes de la comunidad utilizan los datos del censo para asignar recursos, incluyendo la planificación de seguridad, política y la respuesta a desastres. Por ejemplo, si nosotros queremos tener una ciudad de Plainfield más segura y una ciudad de Plainfield más atractiva, lo mínimo que podemos hacer es registrarnos en el censo, ya que eso también beneficia a nuestra ciudad para obtener fondos para los bomberos, la policía, repito, la salud, la educación y muchos otros servicios que nos ayudan como ciudad. Así que yo invito a toda nuestra comunidad a que no tengan miedo, no tengan temor y se registren en el censo. Recuerda, el censo se hace cada 10 años. Si tú no te censas, afectarás a tus hijos, afectarás a los hijos de tus hijos que a lo mejor en 10 años no recibirán esos recursos que están disponibles y al no registrarse, esos recursos se irán a otras comunidades o a otros estados. Así que toma la decisión y regístrate en el censo. Es lo mejor que podemos hacer por el bien de nuestra ciudad. Plainfield te necesita. Todo Plainfield te necesita y ahora hagamos nuestra parte. Registrémonos en el censo 2020 y marquemos la diferencia. Recuerda, quedan unos pocos días para hacerlo y el hacerlo nos va a llevar a reflejar lo que realmente nuestra ciudad necesita y por ende recibir los fondos federales que como ciudad tenemos derecho. Pero si no nos contamos, si no nos censamos, esos fondos no van a llegar. Así que yo te invito a que te registres en el censo 2020. Muchas bendiciones para toda nuestra comunidad. Recuerda, regístrate en el censo. Es simple, es fácil. Si necesitas ayuda, búscanos y con gusto te vamos a ayudar a que te censes y de esa forma tu familia también puede contar. Muchas bendiciones.
And thank you, Pastor David. All right. Thank you, Pastor David. Right now, I just want to say thank you to everyone who had a part in making all of this. BKS1 Radio, everybody, this was the Plainfield 2020 Census virtual party, and we're coming to an end, unfortunately, but we made it, everybody. Hopefully you have gone on, you have signed up, you have filled everything out. And if you haven't, please make sure you do so. We have expressed to you how important this actually is. Right now, I am standing here with Carmen with Angels for Action. And once Carmen is done speaking, we are going to give it to DJ One Spin, who is going to take us away. Please make sure if you haven't gotten up and danced this entire time period, make sure you get up and just do a two-step. Have some fun, everybody. I wish love and light to everybody. This was hosted by Plainfield and BKS1 Radio. Please make sure you rock out, and please make sure everybody just you stay safe. Thank you so much.
Buenas noches, querida comunidad de Plainfield. Ya creo que ustedes me conocen. ¿Cómo están todos? Me han invitado, les agradezco la invitación que me han hecho, estar aquí para ustedes porque ya ustedes me conocen, saben cómo trabajo, quiero ayudarles. Sabe que en Ángeles por Acción estamos llenando la aplicación de los censos. Lo estamos haciendo todos los martes y los jueves. Martes al mediodía y los jueves después de las 5 de la tarde estamos allí. O a cualquier momento que necesiten, búsquenme que yo les ayudaré. Es muy importante que se hagan contar. Saben que si ustedes no cuentan, entonces vamos a perder muchos fondos de la ciudad para la ayuda que se necesitan tanto para los niños como para las escuelas, los hospitales, las clínicas. todo lo que es el programa de la leche para los niños, el WIC, todos esos fondos se van a perder si ustedes no se hacen contar todos. Necesitamos las personas que viven en Plainfield que se dejen contar. No tengan temor. Esa información no se comparte con ninguna otra agencia. Solamente queda en los récords de los censos. Es importante, eso se hace cada 10 años, nunca ha pasado nada. Todas las personas del pueblo que se hacen contar necesitan saber cuántos viven en su casa, los niños, los abuelos, los tíos, todos es importantísimo. Porque sabe una cosa, que si ustedes no lo hacen, entonces esos fondos, cada persona que deje de contarse, los fondos van a ser retirados porque van a pensar que no es necesario, esa ciudad no necesita esa cantidad de dinero. Pero no es cierto, porque Plainfield es una de las ciudades que está muy poblada, tenemos muchas personas que necesitamos, todos necesitan esa clase de ayuda y ustedes lo saben qué ayuda estamos hablando. La clínica, los hospitales, todo lo que son la leche de los niños, la atención médica para los niños. Si ustedes van a la corte y hay un intérprete allí, todos esos fondos vienen de ese dinero. Pero si ustedes no se dejan contar, el día que ustedes necesiten esa ayuda no la van a obtener. Ustedes me conocen a mí. He trabajado siempre con ustedes muchos años, los quiero mucho y no les voy a aconsejar nada que les vaya a hacer daño a ninguno. Por favor, déjense en contar todos, no tengan temor, porque no hay nada para estar atemorizados, ¿ok? Usted sabe que yo estoy envuelta en todas las actividades, estoy con lo de las licencias, vamos a tener licencias, yo les aconsejo lo mejor para todos. Yo no les voy a decir algo que no les vaya a convenir a ustedes. Ustedes me conocen, Carmen Salabarrieta, nunca les ha mentido ni les mentiré, los quiero mucho y estaré siempre con ustedes. Por favor, déjense en contar. Si necesitan ayuda, búsquenme, por favor, ustedes en mi teléfono, saben dónde estoy. Si necesito ir horas extras, yo lo hago, pero Plainfield necesita la ayuda, la colaboración de todos los habitantes, todos en general, por favor. Querida comunidad, los quiero mucho. Buenas noches.
Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as we come to a close, before we do, we have to get it in. We have to get that count in. Plainfield counts, okay? Plainfield counts. As we've been saying all evening, we're going to turn it right over to Trish really quick. Trish, take it away.
Okay, everyone. We want to thank you for spending this time with us to turn in with some entertainment, some laughter, but with a very serious note that we need Plainfield to count, and we need you to complete your census. So as they come to your door or even before, just click the QR code and you can fill out the questionnaire. It only takes 10 minutes. We're counting on you to help Plainfield count. Special thanks to this Queen City, the city of Plainfield, our mayor, Adrian O'Mapp, the supporting staff. I want to say thank you to Jazz. I want to say thank you to Jackie. Our team here, Storm Norm, BKS1 Radio, where your voice truly does matter. So, with no further ado, we're going to carry it out. Get your dance on. We're going back to DJ One Spin. Let's party.
Thank you.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're in the mix with DJ One Spin.
All right, City of Plainfield. Mayor Mapp, it's time to dance. Jazz, it's time to dance. One Spin. Do what you do. out to one of our sponsors, Family Flavor Food Truck. Plainfield owned business. Make sure when you're in the city of Plainfield, y'all go to Family Flavor. Man, that food is delicious. I'm gonna go see if I can get me a jerk burger while I'm listening to DJ One Spin. Shout out to DJ Big H. He's also holding down the grill out in front, doing what he do. Somebody is bringing me in a Family Flavor burger.
never knew nothing but work. That's right. Work. Working and work. I never knew nothing but work. I never knows what it was to rest. And that's why I'm so hungry.
out tonight, buy some drinks. Listen, I am so looking forward to it. You worked hard all week. You thinking about, oh man, I can't wait to get to the club tonight. You've been listening and looking at lives all day long. You know DJs playing, bringing us that heat, but it ain't nothing like going to the club, fellowshipping with your fellow house heads, just vibing, being one with the music, setting you free. House music, all night long. House music, all night long. I'm here, I'm parking my car, y'all. I'm parking my car. Oh my God, it's a line. Listen, I can't be standing on this line all night. It's a beautiful night though. You know how it is when you get there and it's a line. You look for somebody you know so you can get as close to the front of the line as possible. They checking us. Paying our money now. You walk in, lights is flashing. Oh my God, they playing your jam. All this is your jam. What do? You know, drop your coat, drop your pocketbook, you find an empty space anywhere. You point to it, you point to your team. You let them know, that's my stuff. You run to the dance floor. Boy, listen, house music. All night long.
Big shout out to DJ One Spin. Salute, peace, and blessings. We want to thank everybody for rocking out with us for the Plainfield Counts 2020 Virtual Census Party in collaboration with the great city of Plainfield administration. Shout out to the Union County, just everybody involved, man. Shout out to the whole BKS1 Radio family. We appreciate you all. Make sure you hit those codes, man. Get that cell phone right now and scan that code and sign up for the census. We got to make it count. We definitely got to make it count. I'm Storm Known the General of BKS1 Radio. Shout out to all the DJs. Shout out to all the performers. Y'all were great. Shout out to everybody that spoke, all the great speakers from all walks of life. We appreciate you all. And thank you. Please make it count. Shout out to One Spin. One Spin. Great job, man. Great job.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. You're in the mix with DJ